Hi guys, my name is Iwara and I play the character Yewande in Turning Point.
You abducted me.
No harm was intended. We just wanted to talk. There's a whole lot more I'd like to show you.
From the very first draft, I keyed in. And I've been longing to be on a project that has this political undertone. And this is not even an undertone, it's all the tone, you understand? It's a political movie. And because it teaches what governance should look like. It addresses all the ills, all the issues that everybody, everyone, every living soul is going through. And the title itself, Turning Point, it's you can't miss it.
You came into the country, not 3 days, and you are getting yourself into trouble already? What will you do?
Look, I can defend myself. I'm just choosing not to because I respect you.
You respect me?
I have known that you've been sleeping with my husband.
What I like about the script is the fact that it almost tells you what we want for the country. You know, what we want to see happen, the change that is required, and how it doesn't just lie with people over 50. It can lie in me, you. Once you're of legal age, go out there, vote, go out there, stand for something.
Well, I first asked, what is your intention with this project? I think that's what matters a lot. The intention is what would also give me the drive to know the kind of passion you have for it. And when I heard the good and the pros of it, I was excited. I said, okay, no problem. Something sending the messages that we know already, which of course falls under corruption, within corruption. However, it's been told in another creative, nice way. So that's what we've done here.
I have known that you've been sleeping with my husband.
Every project has its own ambience. You know, every story is different, twists and turns. But this one, it's a political story. But what got me is how a son overthrows the father, you know, politically within the same time period and all of that. I mean, that has not happened a lot. I don't know, I've not seen one, you know, so it's very intriguing. So that got me thinking that, okay.
Good morning. You're welcome to another edition of The Morning Show with Zainab. My guest in the studio today is His Excellency Governor Akin Barnabas. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you very much.
Your entire campaign was promised and built on the health sector. You promised better teaching hospitals, more pay for the doctors, free medical care, tax relief for private hospitals that collaborate with the government, yet nothing.
Now, let me tell you something. One thing I want to tell the people is that there will be destruction. There will be suffering. If you want to create a great state, there will be all of these things.
Well, so many things, aside from the fact that the story is it's what I wish was happening in Nigeria right now. I wish that we could start something, a movement against what we're not comfortable with politically, and we could see a change the way we did with, you know, in the story.
We're live at the governor's office where there is a live protest going on, and the people are saying that they have had enough. So my name is Zainab from MPG TV, and I'm going to be interviewing some of the protesters.
So it's like fiction how I wish fiction could be reality. That's really what's happening. So that really drew me to the story, because you and I know that we're about to start elections, and it's just a lot. So I really wish we were able to do what we're doing with this story in real life. So that's the most important thing that drew me to it, because as a storyteller, I constantly want to escape into a story that makes me feel better about the reality, about the world I'm living in, that gives me some sort of hope. And I imagine the viewers too also want that. So that's why this is a very important story. It's coming at the right time.
How dare you go to work for my rival?
You left me with no choice.
It's a different story. It's unique. It's not the regular, like, oh, this guy met this girl and then they fell in love and stuff like that. It's the drama, everything, and it's very educating and enlightening. I don't want to go into details because I don't want to give it away just like that. I want them to see this movie, when the movie is out. I think it's just the fact that it's different, and I love, the theme of the story. It's really why, yeah.
All right, my name is Ademola, Amoo, happy man, and I'm right here on the set of Turning Point, in which I played the role of Lucky. All right, so talking about the script, the very first time I got the script, I was quite impressed, because the truth is, rarely do we have stories like this in present-day Nollywood. And even if we do, just a few. Yes, one interesting thing about the story is the twist to it. A lot of questions do arise in our minds that, okay, fine, if our leaders are not getting it right, what about people close to them? Don't they get to tell them? Okay, I think I won't spill more. I won't say more. But when I got the story, I was actually impressed, and I look forward to getting the ball rolling, which eventually did kick off. Although it was a lot of back and forth as far as me getting on board was concerned, contemplation on the character. Eventually, it pulled through, and I ended up getting the role of Lucky.
Hi guys, my name is Ademola. People call me Captain Dexy, and I am the director on the set of Turning Point, the movie. And then the story in particular has been quite dear to me, because this is a sensitive time, and we're in a political era, and a lot is unraveling. The gimmicks of politics, the intentions of candidates and all of that, and then to have a story that just sorts of go around these intricacies, and then also touches on the element of family, because that's one thing about stories to me. Like, it needs to be related in a place where we can all understand how it works, and the closest place is family. So I like the way the story has been depicted so far.
Not 3 days, and you are getting yourself into trouble already? You sold me out to Alaji. How dare you go to work for my rival?
You left me with no choice.
I can do the Barnabas. Well, like I said, he can be cantankerous. He's a rich man indeed, business person, but he craves power. He wants power. And he knows that if he becomes the governor, he'll get power. He's not so much worried about the money, but of course money will follow, and then because he has some other, godfathers who are pressing his buttons behind, he starts to misbehave. He misbehaves so badly that the very people who brought him in, voted him out, And it could be violent, also, very angry prone and all the anger prone and all that. And that's what he is.
Dora is that character who, well, I would define Dora as the average citizen. In other words, she's seeking for more. The position she decides to then take herself to and accept, which the viewers will get to see what position, she wants to be, that she wants to fall under, shows the desperation of how far humans are willing to go. And of course, it also shows that she's just like the average, typical girl who would go the extra mile just to achieve the extra cookie crumbs. So now that one I play.
I love my character so much. I love Ronti. Ronti is the only girl, of her family. I love the relationship with her brother. I feel like in real life is really what I wanted, because I've always dreamed of having an elder brother, but I don't have an elder brother. Like, I have elder sisters and I have a younger brother, and I love my relationship with my younger brother. But sometimes you just want that elder brother that can be like, stand up for you, like, don't come close to my sister, don't touch her and stuff. So I get to do that in the movie, and it was really cool. I just love the relationship that she has, with her brother. And I love the fact that as their stepmother was like a mother to them. Even when I was reading the script, I didn't even know that she was their stepmother until much later. And I love that my character, Ronti, is very focused. She's a go-getter. She knows what she's doing. She understands, her work, and she doesn't joke with her work. She's not just a slay queen that doesn't have anything on top of her head. She's also really intelligent, and she knows what she's doing.
Actually, his name is Charles, and he's one of the freedom fighters, and he's one of those that would want the fountain state to be properly governed. So it's just like the Mau Mau movement of the Kenya in the 60s. If you've read this Trials of Dedan Kimathi, then you understand who Charles is. Those very militia, guerrilla-oriented people that want the right things to be done, and they don't care what they need to do to make it happen. Even though the aim is not to be at the detriment of anything, is to help it, to help the cause, to help the growth, to help the actualization of a properly governed state. So Charles is not a kidnapper, but he's a friend to the governor's son, and he's one of the well-wishers of the governor, because he, happens to be the father of his friend. But then again, as things turn, he had to, to shift posts, like they say, to the son. And being friends back in the uni, they believe in, doing things properly. And now after school, all those things we've talked about that needs to come alive. That's what Charles represents. The positivity, the greatness, we will not let this spoil type of person. That's who Charles is. Right.
I think when you're looking at Zainab, think Fumi Yanda, think Aisha Sase, and think Renu of Twitter. So because I don't want to give too much away, she is a strong person, a strong woman who has her flaws, but she's so focused on what she wants to achieve. So she's very interesting, because I meet strong women almost every day of my life, and so when I get to play them, it's almost like I'm paying homage to those women and the people I know. So yeah, she's a very interesting character because she stands for something, she sticks to it, and she doesn't waver. But she also does not become so rigid that she doesn't give chance to change. So even though she allows people show her who they are, and she also gives them an opportunity to be better, as with the case of our relationship with Iri. So yeah.
Well, like I said, the character Loki, which I played in Turning Point, is a very important character in the film. Yes, not more of talking scenes actually, but very, very integral part of the story. I would have loved to say more in depth about the character as it pertains to the film itself, but that would be spilling a lot of things until the film is out. Then you get to find out. Look out for Lucky, basically.
We're here shooting the airport scene. It's been a bit hectic. We had to break sets once due to some unforeseen circumstances, but we're here, we're back, and we're trying to make magic happen. I enjoyed working with my co-actors. Fun fact, first time myself and my good friend Gabriel Afolayan have been on the screen together, and we both went to school together, so that is a lot of fun.
You want to talk about the caliber of actors on set, forget it. Forget it. You'll be blown away. We have the very lettered one around. We have the one that learned by the trade as well. So you can have the best of both worlds come together. It's magic already. Uncle Akin is here. Auntie Tina is here. My homeboy back in UI and is doing well for himself now, Iwara is here. Linda Osifo is here. Myself, I'm here, you know. And a whole lot more. And a whole lot more.
Everyone here is like a family, you know, how film is, and it's just really interesting. It's so much fun, it's interesting, I love it. Every cast and the crew, everyone, amazing, love it.
It's always great to work with people who are so professional, and it's always great to work with people that you've had great experiences with. It's actually not like working, it's just coming together as not just as family, but you know, as oneness for the same cause, and everybody's just coming in with their A game and their professionalism. So it's an easy one on the bucket and a stress-free one. Yes.
Well, so I've worked with, the only person I haven't worked with who I saw on the call sheet was Linda Osifo, and I don't have scenes with her, but I think she's a fantastic actor. I love her skin color. So, but other people I've actually worked with them. I've worked with F and I did Unbroken together, and Tina and I actually did a stage play for almost 5 years, where she played my mom. Uncle Akin and I also did a series, so, and we also did Love is War together. So I know some of them, and I have so much respect for these people. So knowing that I was playing opposite Effa was, I kept saying I can't keep laughing, because that's the thing with Effa and I. He just says things, and so he doesn't laugh, and then I'm laughing, and the director's like, why are you not being serious? It's just because Effa is the most unserious person ever. Fantastic actor, great guy.
What exactly has your administration done, Your Excellency? Because you promised better educational system, yet teachers are being owed salaries. The schools are dilapidated. You promised to construct more roads.
It's been an amazing experience working with phenomenal actors. I've had a great time. It's been very beautiful, actually. Working with lights of Akin Louis, Tinamba, Efa, Iwara, Toyosi, Damilare, Kuku, and so many other exceptional talent.
First and first, they have Degzi on the set. Expect mad-ass creative pictures. That guy has good eyes for lens. He can see properly. The fact that he's even directing makes it even much more easier, because if you're deeply oriented in cinematography and you're now a director, that means it's a total package. And I'm very sure he's an editor as well. So it's a safe zone. We're in a safe zone.
Second time working with Captain Degzi, the director, but first time working with everybody else.
Working with director Degzi, it is my first time working with him. I have seen his work, and I have also been a fan of one of his work, and I felt more confident with that. However, with the crew, they're more like family, so it was more like a happy new year. It's good to see you again. And that also leaves me with very much confidence, because when you work with a sound person that you've worked with and you've got great reviews, when you've worked with a DOP and you've got great reviews, and that goes to the production manager, to the assistant director, to the PM itself, to the gaffer, to every individual. It makes it seem just like we're coming back again to do what we professionally do, and that gives me rest assured.
I'm a big fan of the director. I love when young people are doing amazing things, even internationally. And he's such a gem because everything he directs, it's kind of like some sort of discovery. That's amazing. That's the best gift you can get as a creative, to touch something and becomes this really huge thing. You know, it becomes something that nobody even expected was going to be that big. So I love him, and he's such a great guy. We've been friends for years, but this is the first time we're actually working together as he's directing me. So it's very exciting for me. In terms of, you know, the other crew members, I've worked with some of the crew members before now, so some of them are my friends. The new ones, I'm loving the makeup artist. She and I, we throw bands every day.
It's my first time working with the director, and he's such an amazing guy. I like him. I like that he looks out for his actors. He's always like coming to say, oh, I think if you do it this way, it will be better, which is what I think. I just like, you know, when a director is looking out for his actor, and it's really great. I like him. He's a cool man. Shout out to you, director.
Talking about Dexy, for instance, an amazing director. There's this calmness around him, which is one thing actors look forward to. Once you have a director whose aura around him speaks of calmness, you know, the energy is not negative, it listens. The rest is history. Everyone. But yes, I must say this. It's important I say this. Nollywood, get ready for a massive revolution. I put it that way. Because the young ones are definitely coming with a bang. I was quite amazed seeing young stars, young bloods doing tremendously well in each and every department, and that actually gave me that belief that yes, that time has finally arrived.
Well, most of the crew, the pros that I've worked with, one time or the other. But this is the first time I'm working with this director. And he's calm. He's calm and he listens, you know, which is very good, you know, for somebody like me, so that I can create, so that I can also add value to the film as a whole, you know, and it's good. He knows what he's doing, you know. Like I said, he's calm, which is good. Yeah.
I mean, I need to applaud the EP for flying down to come and put his eye on his business. I mean, it shows some dedication, extreme dedication on it. And then, I mean, so that way you actually see that it's not gimmicks. So, these people, this thing is hard though. But I mean, it was great commitment on his part to have stayed, and doesn't just come and go. He comes and he makes sure that, I mean, things are working right and going well. I mean, Mr. Akin did great on that part of it, so I really appreciate his commitment. And of course, you know that it's no how, we always have more ideas and more things we want to add. And he's a very approachable person, so it's been great working with him.
Now for the EP, I met him yesterday, which is my first day on set. I thought he was a very gentle man. He's a very calm person.
The EP is a visionary. He's a sharpshooter. He's a point and key type of guy. He knows where to put his money, you know. They say put your money where your mouth, your mouth is, and he's that type of guy. Though he's not a practitioner, but he knows what the game entails. He knows the requirements. He knows the recipe of a good film, and that's exactly what he has done. Investment. That's what he's doing right now. So you can't take that big risk and not be successful. There's no point. To me, right now, he's on his path to even much greater greatness, if there's any English like that. You know, and he's a calm guy. I like him. He's been managing issues. They've been dragging him up and down and all that. So you already know. So I love his genuinity, you know, his honesty, his ideology. He wanted to come into the film industry and he's coming with a bang. He's not coming in small. And this will definitely set him aside. He will bring a spotlight on him. It's a showcase for him. And I love the fact that he's a man of his words. So, he's a great guy.
So the EP is amazing. Shout out to you. EP, no. Doings, Baba. Twale. I love, it's really amazing working with the EP. I really love him. I love his energy and I love how, you know, he relates with his cast and the crew and how he pampers us. I love it. So yeah, lovely working with him.
Yeah, the EP is a cool guy. You know, this is my first time working with him, but I see that he has ideas, you know, and he really wants to go beyond this particular project, you know, and he listens to, and he tries at every turn to just make me comfortable, which is good. He recognizes who I am, and of course I recognize him, you know, but I think he will go places too, because I've seen him with other people too, the way he relates. And that's something, you know, because this job you are relating with people.
I must say that he is one EP that does not want to see his money waste. He is active, and that's how an EP should be. Of course, there's one thing that I noticed about the EP, which was how friendly he was to each and every talent. I like it when you have an EP who can blend as well with the crowd and especially with the talent and the crew. So I do see that form of niceness and most importantly, that form of humanity to make sure that his talents are okay. So he should just keep bringing us more drinks. We are good, more snacks. We'll keep loving him like that.
As the producer of the movie Turning Point, the inspiration came up after a critical analysis and research on our problems and challenges as a country, Nigeria entirely, and I was trying to look for a way to create a platform whereby citizens can be inspired on how to, demand for their rights, and also to create a model for the government whereby they can come to learn something and pick something that could eventually help the citizens of our country. So like I said, the motivation actually is not like profit oriented. The motivation is to create a platform, and I see it as a way to give back to the society. After being away, I've lived in like a developed country for a couple of years, and each time I work for a government in a developed country, and each time I wake up, I go to the office as a genuine citizen of Nigeria. Like, I'm not one of those people that will just fold their hands or roll their sleeves, go to bed and just watch, the problem as it is. So I was actually looking for a way to create something that will eventually lead to a blockbuster and will actually be a continuity of model creation whereby people can come, especially the politicians, can come and learn something. So I have ideas in my head, and I wasn't just trying to keep those ideas in my head. I was trying to just, give it for free in movies, and when you create a movie, it has to come with dramas and stuff. So with this, you'll be getting drama and at the same time learning those most significant, points that I was trying to pass on.
Hello, beautiful people. My name is Ayodeji. They call me Moff Talent. We're on the set of Turning Point. I'm the associate producer on the set, and I'm an actor on the set too. I played the role of Muiwa. It has been amazing working with the different crew as the associate producer on the set, working with the producer himself that happened to be my blood brother, working with the director, an amazing man, Dexy, working with the assistant director, working with the PM, the supervising producer. It has been amazing. And working with the actors, it has been so smooth. We have professionals on set, the likes of Gabriel, Afolayan, Iwara, Juliana, Olayode, Damilare, Kuku, Uncle Akin Louis. It has been amazing. Tinamba, Linda, Osifo. I've been working with amazing talents on the set of Turning Point.
The movie will teach a lot of hard and deep lessons about how we need to position our mind beyond our own selfish interests and to look out for the general human race and the good of all man. That's something to look out for in this film.
Times we had the bad times, but finally, that actually make us kill through. So, what more can I say? Thanks to Rebel Production. Thanks to everyone. It's been wonderful working with you. I hope to see, if not everyone, maybe at the same time, but occasionally. And let's make Nollywood proud. Once again, thank you so much, and fingers crossed for the movie.
But just be the change. Look within yourself and be the change.
I'll say it's like I'll call it a teaching mode for civilians, for politicians themselves to take a cue. It's like you wanted to tell somebody, okay, this is how to do things, and you don't want to tell them with your mouth. You put it in pictures. That's exactly what's happening right now. There's love in there. There's betrayal. You know, there's friendship. There's promiscuity that needs to stop. Godfatherism that needs to stop. There are other sub-themes in there. That's why I'm looking forward to seeing this, because it's a total package. It's something people have yearned for. They haven't even seen any political film like this. Because the dimension to it says a lot. From one generation to another. From father to the son. Space of how many years? Different things happening. So there's too many ingredients to feed off. Too many that people, oh man, this is it. So I think it's a robust project and people will appreciate it. Yeah.
Well, like I had said earlier, you know, the message is something that we already have heard, we are experiencing. And of course, it's a message that we're not so new to, which falls under the, the aspect of corruption, what the country is going through. And it's just, let's be honest, it's just our day-to-day life, right? It's only been described in a different form and in a creative form, which is in the visual way for others to learn. So, of course, with a little bit of twist and a little bit of messages, but the truth is there wouldn't be anything new that the viewers would be shocked to see. It's only more of an expansion and more of an enlightenment for them to really get a updated message and say, now this thing we they go through, make una shine your eye, 2023, you know what I mean? Yeah.
For us is we're at a point in Nigeria when we need a turning point. We need something to happen. We can't continue like this. Everybody's leaving Nigeria. Anybody and anybody they're out. Japa is the way, and so we need things to change, and it's either it turns for good, which is what we pray it will be. So I'm very, like I said, this project is coming at the right time, and I'm hoping that it comes out just before the election, so that it tells people that maybe we need to start looking at the younger generation, start giving some of us a chance, Let me be a minister and see whether I will do better than the person that has been there for 8 years I didn't do anything. So it's a very important project, and I'm very happy that things like projects like this are being given limelight on such a grand scale, you know. So I'm very excited. I hope that it inspires a lot of people, and I hope that the people that see it know that it's time for a change in Nigeria. We desperately need it. So yeah.
To be honest, there are so many lessons to learn from this project, so it's hard for me to say this and this and this. But one thing is that family should always come first. Don't be too self-centered. Don't be greedy. Love people, you know, like genuinely love people. And if you are placed in a place of, if you are in a position of leadership rather, lead people with love. Have a heart for people, you know, and genuinely serve people, because that's how really the world can be a better place. And there's so much more I can say, but I don't want to tell you all the story, you know, so that you can get to see it in the movie. But yes, yesterday, and then especially this one, when you're a stepmother to somebody, treat them with love, you know, be kind to them. Just because you are not their birth mother doesn't mean that you cannot play the role of a mother in their life. So you don't have to be a witch, basically. You can be their real mom, and you can have a cool relationship with them. There's so much to learn from it. I love it, and everybody can watch it, young and old. Everybody can see it. I love it so much. And then lastly, I just want to let you all know that when Turning Point is out, you do not want to miss it. So watch Turning Point. Period.
I've seen my father fulfill all his promises, both as a father and also as a businessman.
You came into the country not 3 days, and you are getting yourself into trouble already?
What
will you do? Look, I can defend myself. I'm just choosing not to because I respect you. You respect me?
I have known that you've been sleeping with my husband.
You sold me out to Alaji.
We have to stand for something.
I mean, you cannot caution him? Leave me alone. How dare you go to work for my rival?
You left me with no choice. Right?
I hereby would like to declare that I am running for the office of governor.